This is Dave, and this is Geoff from Jungle Rot, and you're watching High Voltage TV.
Hey everyone, CC Getty. We're winding things down finally, loud as hell. We've been through almost 23, 24 bands. I don't know how many interviews we've done now. I've kind of lost count, but we're on the last day. I think 5 up today. But to top the bill off, we've got Dave and Geoff from Jungle Rot, all the way from Kenosha, Wisconsin, stopping by the High Voltage TV booth. Guys, how are you doing today?
Good, good. A little tired though. I am, I'm not gonna lie, a little tired. We had a show last night. This morning I got 3 hours of sleep. We're gonna make it happen for sure. We're gonna be old school, right, Geoff?
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine.
You might have got just a little bit more sleep than 90% of these people that are camping in the campgrounds out there.
The way it looks, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because we see some zombies out there.
Is this I don't even know. Is this the third day?
So they have a pre-party day on Thursday, right?
Okay.
So down in the city.
So everybody is
yeah. So it's, a lot of people will come out, get the campgrounds all set up on Thursday night, get their prime spots.
Right.
This is a metal family reunion, so it's a lot of people coming back.
It sure looks like
and growing and growing and growing all the time, right?
You can feel the love.
Yeah, no doubt.
One big family.
Rich from his site was here on Thursday night. He said, "Man, this reminds me when I was like younger and almost a little kid back in Germany when it first started." So it's kind of interesting to hear that. But yeah, a lot of things going. So what do you think? Pretty good site.
Yeah, awesome. We're out to Richie too, because he's watching something in our dressing room. We got there.
Oh yeah, we were let out on the secret. We saw a picture of that. What a nice guy he is, eh?
I mean, that's some luck.
Was it just one? Did anyone else do any other surprises before this one?
You know him the most, you know.
Yeah. Awesome. So, how many albums have you guys got out now? Like, I've completely lost track.
We're up to 11 now.
11 records. So,
Amazing.
how has metal changed in what you guys are from? What, 94, 95, that kind of thing? How do you find that your style of metal has changed since you came out? You guys play that old school death metal, which really hasn't changed, but everything around you certainly has.
Yeah, it's definitely moving fast. I mean, I'm kind of grateful that we're still doing the old school because there's nobody doing this, man.
Right.
You know, and it kind of life for the strongest will survive, you know. That's how I like to look at it. But the level set's so high today, man. I'm glad I'm not in that level of competing because it's up here, man.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
The next generation took it and ran in it.
Talking about death metal, big festival going on here. Combine it all together, we have been having, like I said, 20 plus interviews. It's kind of hard to prepare for that many interviews. And honestly, Dave, maybe probably why I didn't recognize you when you first walked up, being like an idiot that I was when you came and say hi and hey man, how's it going? And off, I let you wonder. So what we've done is we've got this thing we call Bucket O Questions, right? So there's some poignant questions in here. There's some like life-changing, reaffirming questions, maybe musical questions, food questions. You never know what you're gonna get. So why don't we start out? We'll pass it over here.
All right.
Why don't you grab one? And I guess we're not on the mics anymore, so we'll just have to try to speak up. You pass it down to me. I'll read the question. And I'm gonna say right now, this is gonna be a good one because I see red italics. So this is a wild card question. This is the interviewer's choice.
Bob Block.
All right. So I'm gonna go this way. You know what? I have 2 choices. I'm gonna go with the easy one. Deathmatch winner. Celebrity deathmatch winner. Taylor Swift versus Miley Cyrus.
Oh, Miley for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Miley for me too. We just talked about both of them.
yeah,
It's
isn't
so
that
funny.
weird? You know, at least in the last 24 hours.
We're trying to say who was bigger. I mean, we're trying to figure out.
right now, the whole craziness with Taylor Swift, they're talking about that tour's going to make $1.2 billion.
Thank you for clarifying that. She is the biggest.
You know, maybe not the best, but it's just insanity right now. Did you hear what she did with her crew of 50 truck drivers?
I heard it. Check
Bonus.
them out.
$100,000 each, $5 million.
Hey, that's
It's a beautiful thing,
When
man.
you're cranking in 1.2 though, I'm telling you,
You
right?
don't realize like how hard it is to get your core people. So what was it like
gotta
the truck
keep 'em.
drivers?
Yeah, the truck
That's
drivers.
how you. I
Right.
mean, you got to treat them well.
Treat your family
I'm sure
well,
they
right?
treat her well. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the little that we know, you want to keep a team together. You know, you got
Yeah.
a good team, you want to keep them for sure. Man.
Absolutely. That's what I see going on there, man. So we both agreed on Miley. Yeah.
There you go,
She
eh?
just seems like a badass. We never covered why.
We asked the girls
more
of the
of a
burlesque
badass.
troupe the same question yesterday, and unanimous. As soon as
I mean-
I didn't even get Miley Cyrus out of my
Taylor
mouth,
Swift,
that they
though,
had
she's
the
almost
answer.
6 feet tall, man. You can it's a badass just being tall. Man.
All right, so this is an interesting one. So a lot of up and coming bands here, but you never really know these days. What's your day job?
My day job, I'm a bartender.
A bartender.
Bartender cook.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I asked this one already. Well, last day too. What are you?
I'm a hunting guy.
Hunting guide.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like fishing or like true hunting or
Hunting, upland game, pheasant, duck, goose.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. My cousin, he's like a real hardcore cowboy, and he does the Bow River fishing trips, fine fishing trips. Yeah. All right, let's get in there. I'm getting this all mixed up right now. So he's gonna grab one and we'll ask you the question.
Okay. I feel like I took over the last
There we go. All right. Oh, it's all right.
We're not using this anymore.
No, we're really not actually. It's this
We're not
guy.
using
Yeah,
this.
We're going off this guy here. So where do you draw inspiration for your music?
Well, for jungle rap, I do it from Dave. I mean, this is his vision. I joined in 2004, 2005 era, right after Fueled by Hate, and yeah, it was me trying to lock on to his vision and try to help him develop it. That's where I come from.
And Dave, how about you? Where does your inspiration come from?
That's a good question, man. I don't know, man. You know, I started out in the old school in the 80s, you know, the creator side of destruction, and I don't think that has nothing to do with it. I just think I have a love for music, and I still have a love for touring.
And I mean, the world hasn't changed much. The inspiration for Lyrica is really not too short on demand anymore, right?
No, I think what keeps us going the most is when we see friendly faces from town to town. I mean, we like seeing that, the ones that have been following us for years, and that's what helps me out a lot.
Awesome. Right, let's get in there, grab another. I'm going to mix it really up here. Really good, really good.
Come in. Oh, sorry. Didn't want to let go of that one.
All right, Dave. I think we know what the answer to this one's going to be. But actually, it's got good wording. Do you consider yourself a professional musician or a weekend warrior?
Professional for sure.
Absolutely.
30 years.
Yeah, 100%. Legendary band. I mean, honestly, if there was a true heavy metal Hall of Fame, well, actually, they have that heavy metal Walk of Fame. Are you guys in that yet? And if not, why the fuck not? Right?
Well, we're not the organizer of the event, so.
Yeah, true enough. There should be a death metal Hall of Fame, and without a doubt, you guys probably go with the opening salvo, right? All right, Dave, why don't you grab one out there now? Oh, my hands don't work today.
Yeah, I'm ready.
As a fan of heavy metal, what's the farthest you traveled to see a show, and who'd you go see?
Not far from me.
Where'd you go? Who was it?
I think it was Chicago to see Sepultura. I mean,
Not a
for
bad
me,
trip.
I live 3.5 hours north. You know,
Well, you guys live in the middle of the United States, where it's almost like
I'm farther up than he is.
6-7 hours. You can almost go anywhere.
You can get to Chicago.
Here in Canada, it's a pretty long trip. It's a pretty long trip to go see someone. So.
Yeah, we're a little spoiled that way. That's for sure. I grew up with the rave, right by my house. Going to shows almost every weekend.
Dave, how about you?
I can't really remember the last time I drove far, man. I mean, we were playing so many shows. I think that's
You're not driving there, right?
yeah, that's where most of driving comes from is touring. You know, we've been touring forever.
We've made some epic treks to make shows in the last 20
I
years.
think the farthest trek we've done is for us to play a show.
Yeah. So what is the farthest trip you guys have made to play like a one-off, like something like this
Well,
today?
I remember the first time we joined the band, we did a 20-hour drive to Quebec, wasn't it?
It was right off the bat.
Just joined the band and
We're driving for 2
We're
days.
breaking you in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Right,
Break
like
the
that.
test.
Find out who the road dogs are.
Right?
Yeah, we actually started in Quebec, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
we
so.
started
Well, in
touring.
Canada, that's one of the homes of metal. They've never
Oh,
really
hell
given
yeah.
up on it.
We were well aware.
Was never not popular. So
It was a great, I think it was Critzian, was it Critzian? And
I'll show Paris.
Paris Critzian.
awesome.
Hate Eternal, right? Hate Eternal was the headliner.
What's the Canadian one that was on that?
Should be a good Canadian bands from that area.
Into Eternity.
Into Eternity. These guys, Into Eternity, probably played this festival once every 3 years.
Oh, right.
Big time
Every
service. Absolutely. All right, get in there.
All right.
We'll do one more each.
I
How does
didn't
that
mean
sound,
that.
John?
One more?
One more each. And we'll get you back to your days. What's your most essential piece of equipment as a musician?
Me, right now, it's my head, my guitar head, my
Yeah,
bass.
I would agree too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And what equipment are you using right now? What brands are you using right now for guitars, amps?
Using ESP, I've been with ESP for a long time. I mean, if anything happened, I could probably replace a guitar, but it'd be hard to replace a head.
Yep.
So I think my head would be the most important. Right?
And what are you running right now?
Mesa Boogie Dual.
The thing is, we got the early 90s, the
Right,
two-channel
so-
dual Rex. And
We're
they
plug and
just
play
sound a little different.
Look, I'm a bass player. I play through Ampeg, so I know Johnny over here is probably getting all hard and excited with all the names of the amps and everything, because he's the studio guy. So.
Yeah.
All right, one more question. We'll get you guys on with your day today.
I just picked the last one. That was a good question.
This could be the last question of Loud. I'm not too sure. A couple of the bands floating around. You never know.
What an honor.
Right now, who's your favorite vocalist and why?
That's gotta be tough, man.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Probably
Just those questions are so hard because there's so many.
Angel Ripper from Sodom. I figured,
yeah.
I stole my song. He was one of the first. You know, I was really
That's
hooked
where
on
I'm
the
going too.
German invasion.
Yeah,
you know,
one of the German Big Four, right?
See, now you got to go with Max because he was such a big influence.
Max, yeah.
Sepultura is what made me shift away from Metallica.
Yeah.
You know, and
Kind of opened the doors and off you went, eh?
I didn't know it was that awesome until I saw it with my own eyes. I just didn't, you know.
You know, one thing that's been coming up with a lot of bands we're talking about is like gateway metal. It almost sounds like Metallica was like the gateway to discover more things for you, right?
Well, Metallica was. I mean, that was fourth grade for me. I'm a little bit younger than Dave. So yeah, I remember being in fourth grade. My buddy showed me Ride the Lightning. And I was like,
Yeah.
Well, of course that was cool, but I wasn't trying to play. With Sepultura, I was trying to play.
I was at Friday Light.
Yeah, you were at Riding. There's a difference. 10 years maybe.
So was Sepultura the one made you pick up and want to play again?
It just turned to the dark side. Yeah.
Right on. Well, look, it's about to get crazy with there.
Right.
Before we get there, one more question for you. What's next for you after here? You flew into Calgary from Loudon. You drove out to the Badlands. What are you doing after this?
Going home, and we'll be leaving within a month on another U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Taking off with Enforced, Prolific, and Molden. We'll be out doing a U.S. run with them in September.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming to Drumheller. Thanks for elevating the show to where it's going to be tonight. Really looking forward to you, Seth. I'm seeing you for the first time. Celeste in the background, who apparently was a bit of a vibe to get you on here. It could be her third show. I'm stoked for my first time to see some
We
drum
love
rock.
first timers.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Pop my cherry good tonight. All right. Let's get back to High Voltage TV. We'll see you there.